Welcome to a TV20 News Break. I'm Dan Monroe. Hoops After Dark was launched in 2022 to provide a safe environment for young men throughout the city. The program recently wrapped up its second year with a championship game at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Spearheaded by Mayor Justin Bibb and the Cleveland Cavaliers, this inspiring initiative is using the power of basketball to combat violence and bring our community together.
Our Hoops After Dark program is a part of our violence prevention efforts to really make sure that young men in our city, aged 18 to 26, have productive things to do this summer. We had an amazing job fair just last week, getting them connected to resources, and we believe this program, this investment in young men is going to go a long way, long term in our city.
We view ourselves as a community asset, and we think whenever you're an asset of the community, you have to do the right things to give back. And for us, it's not just about writing checks, it's about providing resources that have the backbone of programmatic infrastructure that can ultimately change the trajectories of the youth in our community, but hopefully, if it's the right thing, the broader community in general.
Basketball is more than just a game. It's a tool for empowerment, teamwork, and building self-esteem. By engaging young people in a positive environment, it's helping them develop essential life skills that deter them from violence and crime.
I think it's a good thing for the community because it gives people things to do later in the day besides like going on the streets and doing some BS.
This program is amazing for the community and they need to keep it going. It gets so many of the kids off the streets and they look forward to playing these games every weekend. I really wish that they could add another day or so because they really enjoy playing basketball.
The Basketball League is open to young men ages 18 to 26, but they're required to attend workshops prior to each game.
What we've tried to do is to provide life skills as well. So it's not that the young men are playing basketball. Before every game, they actually go through some wraparound services. We had a job fair. We also have had coaching. We've had mental health and those sort of things to give them options outside of just playing basketball. They know they have a responsibility from a leadership standpoint to go back to their communities. And then more so than that, the young men who are playing tonight and played all season aren't necessarily those kids that are causing problems. We just want to take them out of harm's way, and unfortunately that hasn't been necessarily the case, as a young man was killed recently that was part of our program.
One of the league's players, Kyle Jackson, was killed on August 6th, his birthday. A moment of silence was held before the game. Players, coaches, officials, and organizers also wore patches with his initials.
First and foremost, we want to send our condolences, our thoughts and our prayers to Kyle and his entire family. We've made sure that they've been supported through this incredibly just terrible tragedy. For us, though, it shows us how much further we have to go. And it also shows us how we have to stay committed to the journey. We have to stay committed to the outcomes. We have to really focus on what we can do as a community to come together to make sure these things don't happen again. And that really was the impetus and the creation behind Hoops After Dark, was to really be about something that can help change, like I said earlier, the trajectory of our community. And that means we just got to double down even harder. We got to work even more, and we've got to be more focused on all the right things to get us to the outcomes that we want, which is a safer community, safer neighborhoods, safer downtown. We know the mayor's committed to it. We're committed to it as ever, and it's something we're going to continue to pour ourselves into.
You can't put a price tag on giving a young person hope, giving them opportunity, connecting them to resources. Those things are invaluable. That's why having the Cavs support this program is an amazing partnership for the city of Cleveland.
Hoops After Dark is proving that the basketball court can be more than a battleground. It can be a place of healing, growth, and unity. With each dribble, slam dunk, and three-pointer, our city is showing that there is a way to combat violence by embracing the power of community and positive engagement. The Jose Ramirez Field officially opened with a ribbon-cutting celebration for the community at Clark Field.
First of all, good morning, everybody, and just wanted to thank God for this opportunity and this blessing. And most importantly, it's a great sense of pride to our family to be able to have this field on my name, something we never imagined, and especially to give the opportunity to a lot of girls and boys to play the sport that we love. So I just want to continue to extend my thankfulness to Mr. Dolan, to Chris and Tanetti, and to our organization as a whole, and I'm very thankful to be here today.
The field dedication brought out a large crowd, including Cleveland City Council President Blaine Griffin, Ward 3 Councilman Kerry McCormick, and other local dignitaries that were present to recognize Jose Ramirez's impact beyond the baseball diamond.
How special that we're not only opening and welcoming a brand new $2.7 million state-of-the-art park for our neighborhood, but also partnering with the Cleveland Guardians, an incredible community partner, to break ground on the Jose Ramirez Field. What a wonderful day and investment on the near west and west side of the city of Cleveland that will serve all of our kids for many, many years to come.
The Jose Ramirez baseball field is a state-of-the-art facility that has been upgraded with new turf, dugouts, and even a scoreboard. This project was made possible through a collaboration between Cleveland Guardians Charities and the City of Cleveland.
As you see today, through our Fields for the Future program, we renovate fields. Considering the weather we have here in northeastern Ohio, artificial turf fields extend more playing time for the youth we serve. The field we are opening today is our third turf field. In 2019, during the All-Star Game week, we opened C.C. Sabathia Field at Luke Easter Park and Talty Field at the Jim Thome Complex. We were thrilled to partner with Jose on this project here, and as he also shares our passion for providing fields for youth to play on.
This is an investment into the community, and we want to thank you for that. It's an investment in the Clark Field. It's an investment with our kids. It's an investment with our kids' future. It's investments like this that give us hope in Cleveland. It gives our kids hope, and it also teaches our kids about the impact of giving. So from Mayor Bibb, we'd like to thank you for this donation, to Jose Ramirez for this donation. Thank you very much.
The Jose Ramirez baseball field dedication is a testament to the power of sports in shaping communities and inspiring future generations. For the first time in City of Cleveland history, the Dominican flag was raised over Cleveland City Hall. August 16th marks Restoration Day in the Dominican Republic, a celebration to commemorate the bravery and determination of the Dominican people who fought for their sovereignty. Here in Cleveland, Dominican residents and city officials joined together to celebrate by raising the Dominican flag above Cleveland City Hall, a first in the history of this city.
It's a pleasure to be hosting the first, but this will not be the last.
Yay!
It is wonderful to have our Dominican family. I'm going to call them family because in our office, we represent everybody in all cultures. And so to our brothers and sisters, we are happy to have you today. We are happy to be a part of your Restoration Day.
It's a great day when the United States can live up to our ideals. And a couple hundred years ago, we wanted to build this country originally as a place for all people. And I'm excited that the community of the Dominican Republic can find a home in Cleveland and live here. La familia, the tierra is round, right? It's one big family, and I'm so excited to have you here. Whether you came 2 years ago or 200 years ago by choice or by force, America should always be a country where everyone can find a home and live together. And thank you for being here today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as well. Thank you so much.
The flag-raising ceremony led to the celebration of the first annual Dominican Cultural Festival at Cleveland's near west side.
We're here at the very first cultural festival for the Dominican American Club. So I want to say to my Dominican friends, felicidades al Club Dominicano de Cleveland and a su primer Festival Cultural Dominicano. This is their first festival. I'm very happy to issue a proclamation supporting them. It's a beautiful day in America when we can celebrate our ideals. And one of our ideals is that we can be a country for all people. No matter where you come from, find a home in America, find a home in Cleveland. And I'm very excited that this community is forming in Ward 13.
The festival grounds were adorned with flags, traditional decorations, and the aroma of Dominican cuisine drifting through the air.
We're here to show that what Dominicans are capable of and what we have to offer to the community. So it's a message to all generations. It's a message to be able to inspire the younger generations and to also teach to the greater community of Cleveland that Dominicans are known for all this, all our culture, all our folklore, beyond our baseball players too.
It's wonderful to see a festival dedicated to celebrating the contributions of the Dominican community. It's a great opportunity for cultural exchange and understanding.
I mean, the whole concept of a melting pot, right, isn't that we lose identities, that we celebrate our identities, right? So we should always be celebrating our unique cultural flavors that we bring to this country. And the Dominican community has an incredible history that they're going to bring and contributions that they can make to our community. And we should celebrate everybody's uniqueness. And I think that's wonderfully highlighted by today's events. You know, they get to celebrate the uniqueness and be part of America and be part of this sort of like rainbow coalition that is this country, right?
The most important part of any country is to be able to carry on to the new generations our culture and our folklore, and this is why we're having this festival today with music, entertainment, cultural presentations, all by Dominicans, to be able to share with the rest of our community here.
The festival is family friendly with a special focus on engaging the younger generation.
We say that our language is, and our music is our culture. So wherever you see Dominicans, you're going to feel the Dominican music, and you're going to feel, so we want to carry to the newer generations the folklore, the culture, their costumes, where people are growing up in Dominican Republic or growing up here to feel that identity of what it means to be a Dominican.
I, for one, look forward to the continued growth of the Dominican Cultural Festival. Well, from the west side, we go to the east side, where one of the best festivals of the summer took place in Little Italy. It's called the Feast of the Assumption and has been celebrated at Holy Rosary Church in Little Italy for nearly 125 years. The celebration centers on the Catholic belief of the Virgin Mother Mary ascending into heaven.
Well, it's always a success when we celebrate what God does for us. So essentially we come every year on the 15th of August to celebrate the Solemnity of the Assumption, the Blessed Virgin Mary. So no matter what day of the week it falls, we successful when we were able to come together to celebrate, to process through the streets as we've done this morning and we'll do tonight to our closing procession, and allow people to realize how important this is in our lives.
After the morning mass, the statue of the Blessed Mother is paraded through the streets in celebration, with the faithful reciting prayers as the procession passes.
Ave Maria, piena di grazia, il Signore è con te. Tu sei benedetta fra le donne e benedetto frutto del tuo seno, Gesù.
After the procession, it was time to feast as the streets became crowded with people looking to try some of the best cuisine in the historic community. Most people came for the food, others came for the music and dancing, some came as part of a family tradition passed down through generations, and others came to meet with old friends and reminisce on the good old days.
You had many cultures that come out to enjoy the foods from one particular culture, and I think it's a fantastic event that happens, and people get to meet other people from other cultures.
Whether you've been to the Feast of the Assumption 1 time or 40 times, there is something for everyone, and you are guaranteed to have a good time and maybe leave a little fuller. The 2023 Building Excellence in Craftsmanship Awards is a celebration of innovation, leadership, and commitment within the construction community. Held at Windows on the River, the event brought together a diverse group of professionals, from architects and engineers to builders and project managers, all under one roof to recognize and applaud their remarkable achievements.
It's an exciting time to be in Cleveland. You know, our administration is working around the clock to make sure we not only do hard things in our great city, but build once again for the next generation of Clevelanders. Already, we have used $10 million to reinvest in workforce development, with a very keen focus on building and advancing the trades and construction industry in Cleveland. We've used $10 million ARPA funds to do just that. And a couple of weeks ago, I was at Cleveland Build's graduation, celebrating 7 new graduates, 7 new Cleveland residents who now have a pathway to opportunity and a pathway to the American dream. It's also an exciting time for development. We had billions of dollars in development in the ground and billions of dollars in the pipeline, from everything happening to our lakefront and riverfront as well too. But the awards we're celebrating this evening are really about the great work you've been doing for a long time in our community. You all are a great example of what the construction industry is all about.
This year's awards covered a wide range of categories, highlighting various aspects of the construction sector, including apprenticeship, craftsmanship, innovation, and community engagement. As the evening concluded, the winners took home not only the coveted trophy, but also a sense of accomplishment that comes from knowing their efforts are making a lasting impact. The Building Excellence and Craftsmanship Awards ceremony served as a reminder that the construction industry is more than just bricks and mortar. It's about pushing limits, shaping communities, and building a better future. It was a lovely day for some of Cleveland's seniors to take a walk and get some fresh air. The Senior Walk, as put on by the Cleveland Department of Aging, is a great way for seniors to get out of the house, meet new people, and learn about various resources available to them.
Yeah, we're here in Ward 15 at Michael's Zone Recreation Center. It's my recreation center. I live in the ward, and we love it. It's got a great path that has a half-mile loop and a full-mile loop, which is great for hosting our senior walk.
As a special surprise, joining them on their walk today was Cleveland Mayor Justin Bibb.
We're so thrilled that Mayor Bibb could join us today, and representatives from Cleveland Police, EMS, Air Quality, Building and Housing. It's really an opportunity to walk and talk. The manager from Recreation here was out, Monica, and so it's a chance. We hope that not only are people getting in steps and building community, but they're also getting a chance to talk to city representatives about things they care about.
Well, I'm so excited to walk with you all this morning. My second walk as mayor of the great city of Cleveland, Ohio. That's right. And I want to say this. Many of you may know I lost my grandmother last year. She was a bright, young, 93 years old. And she passed on her birthday. And one of my fondest memories as a kid growing up was walking my grandmama to church, walking her to the grocery store, walking her to our community garden. And these walks are not just about your physical fitness, but it's about showing that you love and support our city and our neighborhoods.
The morning started out, as all senior walks do, with stretching exercises, led by a dancing police officer to the delight of the walkers.
Hold there for a second. Players. All right, back it up.
Mayor Bibb then led the group on a 1-mile walk around the grounds of the Zone Rec Center.
You want to walk? Come on! I don't know how glad I am. You can walk with Grandma, come on! And that's good.
To cap off the day, the Greater Cleveland Food Bank was on hand, passing out fresh fruit to the walkers. This isn't the last senior walk, however, as there are a few more left.
Every Wednesday at 9:30, call the Department of Aging. We're going through the middle of September. Call us, 664-2833. And we'll get the schedule out to you. We'll tell you where you're next. You can find where we'll be next. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter with our schedule, so we hope to see you there.
The second annual Ward 5 Resource Fair was held ahead of the 2023 school year, with Councilman Richard Starr leading the effort along with many of his partners. Here's TV20's Alex Paterna with the story.
The Ward 5 Festival was an all-day, end-of-summer celebration for the students and residents of Ward 5. Partnering with groups like the Friendly Inn and Word Church, Councilman Richard Starr had the opportunity to bring not only an evening of fun to his community, but also valuable back-to-school assets.
We have a carnival going on, we have book bags going on, hair braiders, resource tables. This is a wonderful opportunity for us to end the summer on a good note, get ready for school on Monday so our kids can go back to school on fresh reset so they can be able to have great A's, get good grades, and have a wonderful, wonderful start to the school year. Because we understand at times we have challenges and we all have struggles, but being able to provide haircuts, provide school supplies, provide book bags is an opportunity for us to be able to give back. You got to bring things to people, meet people where they are at, but also help them. This is not something that it takes one organization or one individual. It takes a community, and it's important that we bring back the community aspect as we do things, as we save our city, as we all work together.
Hundreds of residents from Ward 5 were in attendance for the fair, and I had a chance to speak with a few of them to get their impressions.
This is everything to this community. I remember running around here, sometimes resources low. You needed something positive to do. And so to be able to do this literally across the street from East Tech High School, to let kids see that maybe you can be from down here, but yet down here doesn't staunch your life. You can come back and bless here. And so we're loving it. My kids are here. my wife, Councilman Richard Starr. I love it all. The word nation. Let's do it.
It's very fun. I went down the water slide and I went down that with a challenge. It was pretty hard and I slipped and it was super fun. It's a lot of people here, but I was shy. But it's not shy like when you get on the rides and it's fun here, and I think that everyone should have fun and not no beef or nothing.
Finally, I spoke with the new CEO of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, Dr. Warren Morgan, and asked his opinion on why events like these, while fun, benefit the children of our city the most.
So, as a school district, our top priority is making sure we provide an excellent and equitable education. But we know in order to do that, our kids' holistic needs need to be addressed. So making sure that they are well fed, that they have supplies to go back to school, have their hair cut as is offered here as well. So this is a holistic look at the whole child, and we need to partner with our partners, with our public officials, with our churches to really make sure our kids are really ready to go back to school. And I know we're ready as a district to receive them on Monday, and I hope our scholars are ready.
For TV20, this is Alex Picterna.
Thanks, Alex. We'd also like to wish all the CMSD students a great and productive school year. Finally, Ward 7 Councilwoman Stephanie House hosted an all-day festival at the Thurgood Marshall Recreation Center in Cleveland's Huff neighborhood called A New Day in Huff.
This has been done, I would literally say probably over 40 years, as a result of COVID. There has been a law. So this is literally the first festival that has come back since the pandemic. And again, this is just a really exciting time to let people know, like, it is time now to reconnect and have some fun. This is really just an annual time to just celebrate family, friends, neighbors, really bringing that community together.
Cleveland City Council President Blaine Griffin spoke on the importance of community events like these.
Well, this sets an example, and it sets the tone for what you want the community to do all year round. We know we had challenges with safety this year. When people get a chance to come here and really celebrate and enjoy the great culture and history of Huff, it gives them more confidence to be safe in their community on a regular day-to-day basis. So it triggers so many things about positivity in this community. And once again, it's really a traditional thing here to have a new day in Huff. It was started with my good friend Fannie Lewis, and like I said, my good friend and colleague Councilwoman Stephanie House is carrying on the tradition.
Today you will expect a multitude of vendors. Of course, we have our city departments and services, whoop, 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 shout out to them, but we also have vendors from healthcare organizations, insurance organizations. Of course, you can't have a festival without some people selling their wares, everything from food, some good shea butter, t-shirts, we have that. Then we have a game, a children's corner, so that people can have ice skating, pickleball, basketball, kickball, and no festival is a festival without live music. So we'll have Hubs Groove, DJ Lily Jade, African dancing, line dancing. It's going to be fun for all.
Community festivals like A New Day in Huff catalyze community development by bringing attention to local issues, encouraging civic engagement, and inspiring residents to work collectively for positive change.
I think, having community events where people get to know each other, that's building community. The community is made up of people, and if the people don't know one another, then you can't do the work in service together. So this festival is really trying to ensure that our people are coming together to get to know one another and to continue to build, to do all the great things that we want to do together.
All I would say is that come out and enjoy Huff, not just today for a new day in Huff, but come out and enjoy Huff and what all the city has to offer on a day-to-day basis. There's festivals like this going on all across the city, and all I could just tell people is get out and enjoy Cleveland. I love Cleveland, I love CLE, and I just think it's important for everybody to get out and enjoy this day.
Well, TV20 is streaming live 24/7. Visit TV20cleveland.com to see our live feed and more. Stay connected with TV20 wherever you go by liking and following us on Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page to watch our numerous programs. Thanks for watching TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. Thank you also for watching TV20. We are Cleveland.